There we go. Good morning, everybody. Park Rat
Good
Pat
morning.
right here. Mr. Reg right over there. Good morning, brother. How you doing today?
Not too bad yourself.
Eh, Hanging in, waking up. Oof. Some mornings are rougher than others, but we've been working real late doing Tupperware booth out at the county fair, so you get home at
Absolutely.
11, then you got to try to wind down and get up super early for the show.
Yep, yep.
It's a bit of work. Oh, goodness.
We
But
got
we're getting there. And we
Bad
got to
Idea Lab in the house, Buddy Biggs, Blistering Barnacles. Good morning,
yeah,
everybody.
slowly rolling in. Waking up ain't always easy to do, especially early in the morning. But we'll keep people entertained for a little bit until Rob starts his stream. Him and Charlie will have fun. They'll knock it out of the park and give away new cars and homes and boats and exotic trips and whatever it is. They draw a crowd. Yeah. Yeah, get a haircut this week. Tried working on a few things, still dealing with crappy equipment. Sometimes it's hard not to get a little depressed, but
I know the feeling, Pat.
every breath is a new beginning, so you just keep moving along. Mm.
Good morning, Grumpy Feller.
Good morning. Good to see y'all rolling in here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good morning and has been having a good week. I know that's not always easy to do, though. Ooh. Seems like when one thing goes just slightly off, everything else follows like dominoes,
Yep,
But that's also the way it is when life throws you a good bounce. You get that one thing going well, and then everything is like, I hit every light, man.
right. She digs at
Ro,
UK.
how you doing, Ro? Good to see you here, girl. You little biscuit eater. Trying to
Mystic
get.
Librarian. Good morning.
Good morning. Awesome. Got everybody rolling on in now. That's more like it. Yeah. Mm. Oh, wish I had a little bit more energy though.
Danny Boy just
Oh,
walked
Danny
in.
boy, just to dig in. Awesome. He had him a fun time on Wednesday. Came to his first Zoom meeting.
Nice.
Hung out with us there. I think you've been to the Zooms before, haven't you?
No, not yet.
Ah, man, I do that on Wednesday nights, and it's a great little hangout. It's like this, except no comment thing on the side. Everybody that's there is on screen, and we all get to just hang out and talk and be ourselves.
Wednesdays I'm usually busy with Hip B,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to pick up my son and stuff too.
Yeah. Still not old enough to hitchhike.
Nope, not old enough to walk alone either.
Yeah.
Even though it's only like 12 blocks away,
No, yeah, but still. Nowadays,
a lot can happen in 12 blocks.
oh yeah. This is back when we were kids. We went everywhere on foot, on our bikes, whatever. But we were taught ahead of time not to trust
Stranger
anybody.
danger.
Yeah. Nowadays, kids just and the next thing you know, they're gone.
With my son, he'll walk up to a complete stranger and start talking about Minecraft or Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever's on his fancy at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, you got to be a little bit less trusting. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, cockamoo. But you run into people like that all the time. I remember
Absolutely.
one Christmas, this kid, I was going into the Walmart, and this kid's standing outside, and he's crying. He's got $100 in his hand, and I'm like, "Hey, hot dog, what is the problem?" and he told me he had more money, but when he was going into the store, somebody snagged his money and ran. And I'm like, well, did you yell for help? And he's like, yeah, I was all like, hey, what's up? And that's up. And I'm like, is that as loud as you can yell? And he's like, yeah. So I took his other $100. Kids got to learn. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Gotta trumpet like an elephant, not squeak like a mouse.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hobo Rob in the house. Good morning.
Hobo Rob, good morning. Good to see you here, sir. Now, of course, Ray and I are up here, but the link is at the top of the chat. If anybody wants to come on up, say hi, tell us some good news and what's going on, and we're here. Come on. Clicky the linky, and have you a fun morning. It'll brighten up all of our days to hear somebody else's good news. I like good news. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to be a little quiet this morning. The goddaughter's still sleeping.
Yeah. Sleeping. She should be up making you breakfast. Damn it.
Kidding me? It's the other way around. She's 15.
Yeah. That's the best time to learn how to make breakfast. Damn.
Right?
And so Rosanna's talking about finding a treasure that's going to auction. I'm not up to speed on that, but I'd like to know more. Watch the video. 67,000. Hopefully that's how much you're getting for the treasure. Dang.
Would be a nice chunk of change.
Oh yeah, 67,000. That means she could afford to come visit Jeff Brewer. So I'd be headed up to Virginia and hang out with her.
Good morning, Silver Assassin.
Good morning. Morning. Oh man. Listening to the birds in the background. It's kind of cool.
Silver Assassin doesn't have a wrench.
Yeah, let me see if I can remiculate that, whatever fancy word is in kids.
Remediate?
That's the one, yeah. All right, now I gotta find out where am I. It's not on Facebook. Let me see. You get there and then come on, you stupid little computer thing. Here we go. Already, slow but sure. Okay, Silver Assassin, you've got a wrench now. Feel free to share out your channel, sir. I mean, as the case may be, one or the other. Yeah.
I hate waiting on paydays, man.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
I'm waiting on the 20th. Need more vape cartridges.
Waiting on December 16th. It's the only check I get during the year. You think waiting from paycheck to paycheck sucks? Try it when you only get one a year.
Well, in my situation, it's baby bonus. Comes in the 20th of every month.
There you go.
Half of it goes to the ex-wife, and the rest goes on groceries and bills.
Yeah, groceries are kind of important if you want to keep growing in junk.
Yep. And
We
now
just
with the
noticed-
extra mouth to feed back there, it's it adds up quick.
Yep. How you doing, James Iron Antler? Good to see you here this morning.
Good morning, Iron Antler.
Ooh. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, sometimes it can be tough to make ends meet.
Yep.
Somehow we always get through. There's got to be more to life than all of this, though.
I know if I can get a proper lapidary saw and wheel, I can start pumping out more of my sculptures.
Hmm.
But it's getting the money for that equipment, right?
Oh yeah, it's this is pretty much the reason my sticker and shirts and koozies have slowed down to a halt is my equipment's all used up and I can't get any more because, well, my wife spent all the money on Tupperware, which is making us absolutely shit.
Wasn't that the biggest scam in the 80s? The
It's been
Tupperware parties and everything?
it's been around for 77 years. And it's great products. I mean, we just replaced the lid for free for a bowl that was made in 1954. So they stand behind their products, but this is not the market for it.
Well, no, considering everybody's already got a shit ton of the stuff.
Yeah. It's it's like trying to stand on the corner and sell matches to people. Nobody needs matches anymore,
You know what you need to do? Start targeting the college and university students.
No, they're not spending money.
The reason being is they need something to keep their food in.
Most of them just graze, bunch of veg heads. Soft, weak generation. That's what they are, man.
Oh, I agree. Good morning, Paula.
I mean, I'm 55 years old and I can still do 20 push-ups like it's nothing. I got nephews in their 20s can't do 5. It's like can't even do 5 push-ups. Remember when you used to bow up on me when you were 16? You're lucky you're not dead.
See, I can't do push-ups, but that's due to spinal injuries.
Paula Abrams, good morning. Happy to see you here. Yeah, prices are going freaking outrageous everywhere, especially eating out,
Yep.
I remember in the 70s, we'd go to McDonald's, mom, my brother, me, we'd all eat like pigs and spend under $5. Now you don't get a Big Mac for less than a $10 bill. And in some places, 13, 14 bucks for one sandwich.
Right. Or you go to Subway and it's $20 for a foot-long sub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not really actually a foot long. They call it their foot long, but if you measure it out, it's like 10 inches. It's like, how are you getting away with this shit? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, too much fake stuff in the food now, Mystic. I mean, it's like you can't trust it. And this is the only country where they're not required to tell you if they're using cloned meat. And that's kind of scary in and of itself. Because I definitely ain't going out and paying $20 for no Coney Island hot dog. I want real food. Damn, just breakfast for him and his daughter. $55. That's freaking ridiculous. Can't imagine. I mean, you could probably eat cheaper at the county fair. Which is ridiculous because who's going to be charging $12 for a small thing of fries?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I imagine there's places where it's even worse.
Oh, yeah. Come up to Canada.
Nah, I think my plan is to retire and move to Pakistan, open up a convenience store, spend the rest of my life selling them lottery tickets. Hand grenades, aisle 3. Yeah. Mm. Bean says they get charged $6 for one pancake yesterday.
That is insane. And good morning, Bean and Pit.
Good morning. Yeah, outlandish. Mm. Yeah, and kids don't understand, and parents don't try to teach them the value of money. They just keep supporting everything. And all of these kids are going to be in for a hard awakening at some point in time when the money runs out.
Yep.
My breakfast was maybe $1.50, and I had 5 sausage links and 2 pancakes. The trick is, I buy them frozen and I zap them in the microwave. Ta-da-da.
My breakfast is even cheaper.
Mm.
It comes in a cup.
Or a Pilsner glass. Yeah.
Nah, just coffee for me.
Yeah, IHOP sucks. Denny's sucks. Yo, that's the way to do it, Danny boy. You got to be able to squeeze a nickel till the buffalo poops.
Or the beaver in my situation.
Yeah. Squeeze a nickel till the beaver queefs.
You know, if we really want to look at the source of the problem, though, look at the central bank and the interest rates the central bank puts on all money going in and out, and the debt associated with that. There's just not enough money to pay those central banks back, which leads to inflation, which leads to higher interest rates, which leads to higher prices.
Hey, we can do a math thing here, because I love math. Let's see, we'll cut into this section. There we go. Okay, so let's try some math. Everybody, play along. 1 times 0 equals what?
0.
3 times 0 equals what?
0.
All right, now if everybody's in agreement with that, let's test it out. I'm going to start with $1. I times it by 0. I'm supposed to have 0. So what happened to the value or energy of the original dollar? Let me start with $3. $3 times 0 is what? 0 again? Where did the value of the $3 go? This is how the banks really screw us out of money. They math that way when they're charging us interest, and the other way when we're paying them interest. 3 doesn't lose its value because you've times it by 0. It's still 3. Now, if we could fix the way we're doing math so that it lines up with scientific math, people would realize how badly they're really getting ripped off. Don't believe me? Check out some videos by Billy Carson. Nice one. Get you involved for about 45 minutes. Help you to really understand that concept and see where the big problem is. So that's, that's one of the biggest problems is they've made it easy for them to rip us off because they keep changing the math they use instead of sticking with math that actually works in scientific equations.
Although it's a very controversial movie series, the Zeitgeist movies, specifically the third one, Moving Forward, it goes into detail about monetary policy and how the central banking system has created this system and the issue that we face.
Too much
And,
of it.
every dollar we have is essentially worthless. It has no value until we place a value upon it. And that value is determined by people that place that value for us. So at any point in time, the devaluation of that dollar becomes zero.
Which is what it started as.
Exactly.
Everything wants to return back to its natural state. But yeah, that could keep a live stream going for days trying to figure all that out.
Good morning, Bone Dead.
Bone Dead, Risha, what's going on, girl? Good to see you here. Hope everybody's been staying happy and healthy and trying to stay in the best spirits possible. Listening, just watch She Digs video. Yeah. Ooh. Teeth giving me a little workout this morning. Bone Dead, trying to read everything.
Well, Danny Boy, back in Clinton's days, he was against borrowing more money from the Federal Reserve. So it's natural during that time that the inflation rate stagnated because he refused to take out new loans from the financial institutions that increased the inflation rate based on the loans being taken out.
Besides, it would have been easier to track that money when he stole it.
Exactly.
Little growing sprout. Oh, Kakamoo. Man, I need a good trip to a chiropractor.
I just need a good trip in general.
Yeah.
Preferably out to BC where there's gold in the river.
And sit there and watch the younger people dig it up.
I've been sitting here doing pans of my concentrates from last summer's trip.
Yeah.
Every pan's got, 40, 50 specks of micro poops in it. But it's all minus 50 mash.
But still, every bit adds up.
Eventually.
Oh, yeah. And
it just takes, 25 minutes to go through one spoonful of this material.
Yeah. That's a guaranteed job.
Yeah. Thought about building a cleanup.
67,000 lira for a matrix that Rob Random spit on. I'm not exactly sure what a matrix is. Is it a fancy rock or something? Lira, pounds, it's all the same to me. Sorry about that. But yeah, if anybody is clear on what a matrix is, let me know. It's a stamp for letters. Huh. That's pretty cool. Morning, Danny Boy. That's a jam. All right. Oh, shit. All right. Keep everybody busy. I'll be right back.
So hopefully everybody out there is doing good this morning. Got your coffees and breakfast on the go.
There we go. And he's back. All right, so
Oh,
now I had to deal with the tooth thing. Didn't want to do that on camera. We got our 15s.
yeah, I was just reading that.
Yeah, be careful with that. Dang. That would not be a good way to start the day. A busted kid and a busted TV. Whew. Remember when I was the remote control for the TV? Go over there and turn the volume up. Switch it to channel 6. Okay.
You know, I really wish this had the map in it because it would be worth a lot more if it did. It's the only page missing in this, but this book is a miniature pocket dictionary from 1849.
Killer.
Gold gilded pages and everything. Still has the shine to it.
That's super. Man. We probably got words now they never even knew of back then.
What made me think of it is actually Bean's name, because ironically, this is a Johnson's dictionary.
Corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes. What in the world for? No, really, where is it? Oh, that's right. St. Parkrat's Day. Yeah. Group hug bean. Yeah. Oh, my. Okay. Well, the dog's looking happy out there. That's important. She hasn't been getting enough outdoor time. It's like by the time we get home, I let her out and then I stay up till 2 or 3 so that she gets plenty of outdoor time. And then boom, it's back up super early. And lifting and lugging and selling, and I'm wiped out.
Sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is, especially when, I'm the lead do boy. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, lugging, all the good stuff. Stay up with the dog and blah, blah, blah. And, this one sleeps and finds reasons not to cook dinner. That's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, I love her to death, but sometimes I feel like I'm just here to provide money and pick up heavy things. So it's like a little consideration for this motherfucker, That's all I'm saying. Maybe not flick me shit.
A little appreciation goes a long way.
Yeah, hopefully she realizes that before I blow my brains out all over the Tupperware.
Pat, it sounds to me like you need a safety
meeting. Yeah, I could use several of those. Ugh. Ooh, dang. But it felt good to get a haircut. That was probably the high spot of my week.
I'd get a haircut, but I'd have nothing left.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always go in, get a good beard trim, have them work on your eyebrows and stuff,
I gave the beard a trim about a week ago.
That's probably the best part for me is getting my eyebrows done. It's like, I try that at home and it always butchers them, but they do that thing with the comb, zink, 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 and they're done. It's like, I mean, that never works for me. I do that, everything ends up being an eighth of an inch long. Danny Boy says, I drive by a cow farm every day, and I tell you, I'm so happy to smell cow shit again. We used to see a lot of cows around in this part. Yeah, there's nothing like it, Danny Boy. The smell of fresh dairy air in the morning.
Yeah, we got farms surrounding the entire circumference of the town I live in. So,
Oh, yeah, farm air is good, too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few dairy farms, and it gets quite aromatic around here, especially when they're spraying the fields.
Yeah, we got maybe a block and a half away, big farm down the end of the road. But usually the wind's in our favor. I think in almost 30 years of being here, we can hear the cows every day, but I've probably only smelled them once or twice. Even when I was detecting out there, the smell wasn't that bad. And it's a good place to detect, but the people are odd. If you're going to get on that property and detect, you better be prepared for a good hour or so long conversation, theological issues and stuff. They definitely want to bend your ear about everything. Carson Prospecting, good morning, brother. Happy to see you here. Got to be super early for you, but Carson's got a lot going on, so. One big good morning to all from Charlie digging it back.
Good morning, Charlie.
Having to pick up breakfast for the wife. Smack that button. Hey, yeah. Got to take care of your people. And everybody be looking forward to Rob and Charlie's stream here in about an hour. We'll stop a few minutes early and give everybody a chance to, do whatever you want. Take a dump, make a new drink, blow your nose. There's all kinds of options. Yeah.
Have a safety meeting.
Oh, yeah. You definitely want to do that, too. Nothing more important than safety. I may have to jump in on that. I may jump in on that in a couple seconds myself.
I just did.
I think got another big Tupperware thing tomorrow, so this is really my only day off. And what I've been trying to keep myself in balance, do my morning meditation, just try and keep my energy on an even keel here.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Thankfully, I do what I gotta do without heavy drinking. So there's a benefit. I got some friends. It's like, it seems like that's their whole career. If they're not working, they're just standing around drinking beer. It's like, don't get me wrong, I can stand around drinking beer and look pretty, but I'd kind of rather be doing something. So at the end of the day, when I lay down, I've got a sense of accomplishment.
I drink beer maybe 3 times a year.
Yeah. It's like I have no interest in beating my old projectile vomiting record. It's like, 12 feet was
good enough. Minor alcohol poisoning for it.
Oh, yeah.
My alcohol poisoning was well earned because I drank a 40 of Sky Vodka, a 40 of Beefeater Gin, and a 40 of Captain Morgan Spice Rum.
Ooh.
And only ended up with minor alcohol poisoning.
Ooh, that would
And it
have
was the
killed
gin
me.
that did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was drinking it by the coffee cup straight.
Ooh,
Good morning, Moon.
oh man. Remember those days you'd buy a bottle, twist off the cap, and throw it away. Now it's like buy a bottle and forget it's there.
Right?
Like, yeah, I got stuff sitting inside. I'm like, I don't even know why I bought it.
Moon is missing their rent.
Let's see what we got. And you've been wrenchified, Moon. There you go. Feel free to share out your channel. And of course, if we ever lucky enough to get any of the sex bots back up, be sure and zap them too. They used to be epidemic for a while. So
Yeah.
you can go on a stream without 5 or 6 bots showing up and being obvious about it. Dang.
Well, you do realize those bots. I did some research as to where they came from.
Mm,
And what happened was somebody released an old virus that used to be around for MSN Messenger.
mm,
MSN Messenger used to have a problem with people adding you and them being bots. It's the
mhm,
same bot program. However, they adapted it for YouTube. So it runs on HTML rather than the MSN Messenger, which is your basic C++.
mhm.
So the way they adapted it and used it to create thousands of accounts, they just spammed YouTube hard with fake
Yeah,
accounts.
for a long, long time. Yeah, I remember when studying that in school and wanting to get into computer programming, and they were teaching us all about that stuff. I stopped to light a joint and technology just blew right on past me.
The
And
reason
I
YouTube
thought,
couldn't get rid
how in
of
the
it,
hell can keep up with that?
the reason YouTube couldn't get rid of it is because the virus had infected one of YouTube's user account servers.
Hmm.
So it was right on the YouTube server end. It was a really smart hack. Like, the person who implanted this virus knew what they were doing.
maybe they maybe they should have given him that 75-cent raise.
Right?
Hmm. It's just amazing that people got the intelligence and skill to do that, and they put it to absolutely no good use at all. You know, you got those kind of computer skills, you could be creating things that actually help people. Mm,
I created a bot program that runs on Freenet, which is part of the dark web. The bot program identifies people that are viewing illicit files, and it infects their system and automatically reports them to the FBI after creating a digital copy of their system.
huh. You'd think you'd have gotten paid well for that.
I don't want to be paid for it.
Huh.
I volunteered the code.
Mm. But are they using it?
They are. It's built right into Freenet.
Nice.
The developers of Freenet, which is the portal to the dark web, implemented the bot program right into their source code.
Killer.
They got tired of people using their portal to the dark web for illicit activities.
Yeah, well, maybe if they didn't call it the dark web, people wouldn't think to do illicit things there.
It's only called the dark web because it's the space between the internet. You know, it piggybacks on the internet. It's all of the unused space that the internet doesn't use within the network.
I don't know. What
And
if the
all
internet
it
needs that
is
space someday?
there's plenty of it.
Mm.
Every computer that connects to the internet becomes part of that web.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is creating a node.
You see, that's way above my pay grade. I'm a park rat. I dig holes in the ground. I smoke weed for a living. It's,
I built and programmed for 15 years as well as advanced computer security.
Mm.
So, that was my field of expertise for a long time.
Yeah, I might have to send you my laptop and let you tune it up.
I took a big step back from doing that type of work mainly because I got tired of fixing systems and then having people put the same stuff I told them not to put on back
I
and
don't know
back.
if anybody else can hear you, but I think you're under attack because that was all Apache. It was all,
That could be my microphone.
okay. And, okay, dog's still here. Looked out there and it's like, oh, I don't see those ears.
But yeah, stuff like this is just basic reading material for me.
Shit. I'd sit on that in a restaurant just to be higher up at the counter. It's like, okay.
No, I found a better use for my skills.
Yeah.
Getting out on the river or making my sculptures or doing woodworking, and
Yeah. Although it's nice to get paid.
being a keyboard cowboy is fun, but it's annoying.
Everything gets annoying after a while. I think we all get to that point, no matter what we're doing, where we're just kind of sick of being us, you know? People like change. Oh, that feels good. Oh, yeah. I wonder what people did before back scratchers.
They use something like this.
There you go. Old
Good
saw
old
blade.
steel ruler. Pong.
Oh yeah, man. Pong was great. That was like one of our first video games ever. I think Mom paid $150 for it. Doop, 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 doop. You know, it's like,
I actually had to recreate Pong in high school for one of my computer classes. That was fun.
I don't remember a whole lot from high school. I got a thing in the email the other day about oh, it's time for your 40-year class reunion. I'm like, well, no, it's not really. You know, my senior year was 15 days. I didn't hang out and go through the whole senior year thing. It's when we started senior year, I needed one English credit. 15 days later, I had that credit. I was gone. I was down at the furniture factory earning me $1.
I never got my high school. I never finished.
Yeah. That was it. I got out a year ahead of everybody else and juked. So when they're like, come to the reunion, it's like, why? We didn't hang out. None of us did because I was gone.
I've been invited to 3 separate reunions, and for 2 of them, I was only at the school for maybe a week.
Mm.
And it's like, why are you inviting me to this? I was only there a week.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know,
They
people.
even have me in the yearbook and everything, and it's like, you didn't even get a picture of me. You just have my name in the yearbook.
I don't even think they had my name in there. You know, it was like, yeah, I was one of those invisible people in high school.
I wanted to be invisible, but it's kind of hard to miss a 6-foot tall guy wearing a trench coat.
I love the trench coat. Yeah, I'm just out here looking to inspect her gadget. Yeah.
Well, no, everybody knew I had weed on me, so it was just easier to carry a nice big jacket, keep the whole school supplied.
Yeah.
Even the principal would come up, "Hey, you got a joint for sale?"
Oh, yeah.
Half
Well,
the time I had to give him free weed so he didn't bust me, but hey,
well,
you gotta pay the piper.
yeah, a little bit of vigorous every now and then. That's what it's all about, man.
Exactly.
Mm. Sometimes I wish I'd been one of those fancy kids to go to a private school or something like that. That would have been a whole different life.
What got me is he was an ex-cop.
I wouldn't mind being the rich kid sitting around telling those stories. It's like, yes. Where'd you go to school? It's like, Morningwood Academy. Yes. It's a finishing school for young gentlemen. There's a good joke in there somewhere.
Where's Swifty this morning?
No idea. I know he was up pretty late over at JP's, and they were still rocking out at like midnight, doing the St. Patrick's Day thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, never went to a prom. Never had a high school ring.
Nope.
But I went to 5 different high schools, so it was like, you're gonna be spending all that money on this crap anyway.
Yeah, those things are overrated anyways.
Oh yeah, they're fun to dig up, but the only class ring I've ever found was not your typical class ring. It was just a band with the school's name on it. There was no big stone or anything like that. It was just a band. It's like, so I still haven't found an actual that you would recognize as, ooh, that's a class ring. Triple kegger, hell yeah. I used to love getting the beer balls, man. These things were awesome. I think it was, maybe a quarter of a keg, but if you only have 1 or 2 buddies with you, that was perfect day. Get all trashed and go roller skating.
For me, it was sitting there smoking weed and playing computer games.
Yeah. Party balls were good, man. Yeah, we did school, stay at home, smoke weed, play the Atari. I used to be a whiz at Qbert. That was one of my favorite games. Now you look at the games from back then and the way they are now, and it's like, we were pretty much playing with cave paintings.
A good example of that is look at the Battlefront game for Star Wars. They just released the Classic Collection, which came out in like 2004.
Yeah.
Now, if you compare that to the new Battlefront that they made, the difference in visual quality and computer graphics, it is just astonishing. Or even to go back to some of the older first-person shooter games like Doom or Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
And just the cubic shapes of everything and how they had to visualize all those graphics.
You talk about visualizing. Do you remember the games that were just all text? It's like, do you go left or right, or do you continue on straight? I'm going straight.
Okay. I remember those from the Commodore.
Yeah, and it's like you pretty much had to draw the map on a piece of paper or some type of instruction so you knew where you were in this little universe because it was all in your head. And if
Yeah.
you were partying up or taking a few puffs, it was easy to get lost.
Just like a game of D&D.
Yeah. Used to love that game, man. That was fun when we were young. Had the
I
brain
still
for it
have
back
my
then.
dice and I keep them in a chainmail bag.
Killer. Oh, I need some bags like that for all of my chakra stones, man. Hook a brother up.
Let me talk to my buddy Mike. I'll see what he charges for them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
A buddy of mine makes them, so.
Yeah, yeah. That's all. That's all my chakra stones. So it's not like I need a huge bag.
Well, then you'd probably be good with something like this.
Yeah, that looks perfect. Yeah.
His springs have gotten a little bit tighter, so it's
Yeah.
a little bit better designed. This is one of his earlier productions, so it's a little bit rough.
Hmm.
But he did a really good job.
Oh yeah, thing will last for ages.
And he makes the rings himself. He made a rig to make his own rings.
Yeah, it's fun to watch that. It's like these people guys have serious determination to go through all that, but it's beautiful when they're done.
Oh, absolutely. Have a good one, Paula.
Take it easy. Yeah, ooh, cockamoo. Okay. It's that weird effect, like if the sun starts moving up, it seems to push the cold air in.
Yeah, it does that in my front window as well.
Yeah, ain't used to teach stuff. That better not be my dog barking.
And Paula says her first computer was an Atari. Mine was a Commodore 64.
No, we had the Radio Shack TS-80. Spend hours and hours following the instructions out of the book just to see little squiggly lines on the TV and be like, "Wiggle! Now watch if I change this, that color goes yellow." And you saved it all on a cassette.
Yeah.
Hook your tape recorder to it and save the program on there. I'd be like, okay, if I load these 3 cassettes in and put them into the computer, the next thing you know, look, a starburst. It was like,
I think I still have some of the big floppies kicking around somewhere.
yeah. Yeah, life has changed a lot since we were kids, man.
Yeah.
And,
Quickly.
Oh, yeah. Almost too quickly. The Commodore VIC-20. Yeah, remember those. And that's pretty good for a bunch of people who grew up watching black and white TV with tinfoil antennas.
Now, I'm a child of the 80s, so I got the color spectrum, but we still had a black and white.
Yeah, man, I was born in '68.
I'm an 86er.
I don't think we had a color TV until maybe I was 10. I don't know. I think it was kind of better before all the computers and stuff because you took time to work on your skills. People worked on their drawing or their penmanship. These things were important. Whenever I had a question, I didn't pick up a device. I walked over to the encyclopedias. If they didn't have all the information I need, it was time for a trip to the library. Now it's all you punch it in and you trust that the information you're getting back is true, but it probably isn't always.
Well, technology is inevitable.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. But it shouldn't have to be intimidating. Ugh. I think a lot of things are made overcomplicated on purpose because if people realized how easy it was,
Right.
we'd all be happy. Who wants to build a world where everybody's happy? I remember doing that, Rob. Be like, TV's not coming in, so it's like, move the high chair over this way. Okay, now turn the antennas a little, and then when you come back to watch, but when I'm standing by it, it's good. So somebody have to stand by the TV and kind of watch like this, so everybody else could see it.
For me, as a kid, it was who's willing to climb up the antenna in the backyard
Yeah,
attached to the house.
adjust it and listen to mom or dad scream at you.
Yeah.
Good times. Only had 3 television stations and PBS. Yeah.
Danny boy, we are very close to that.
Oh yeah.
With today's AI capabilities, the ability of digital reproduction to the point of realism is there. You could be sitting here talking to an AI right now and not even know it. That is how efficient AI technology has become.
And every once in a while, there'll be a little glitch and somebody's briefcase will change color.
Yeah. But they have the capability of, you take a video outside and they can completely change every aspect of that video and make it look like somewhere else.
Oh, yeah. There's people out there right now. If they want to, they can put you on the grassy knoll taking the shot.
And have your voice.
Yeah. And you can be like, but that wasn't me. I was 4 at the time. 4.
Right. So we do have that capability. However, I think the industry has kept the cartoon colors to differentiate reality from fiction. And I think that's a good distinction to keep because it allows people to have that determination between what's real and fake. Because when you start to blur the lines, we're one step away from the Matrix.
Yeah.
Have a great day, Carson.
Take it easy, brother. Keep him straight out there. Ugh. Carson is one hard-working mofo. But he's driven,
Absolutely.
And that's nice to see that he's got a plan, a purpose, and nothing's going to get in his way. He's sick, he's still out there doing his thing. He's overwhelmed with work, he's still out there doing his thing. And all the time, still taking family time. It's like this going on, that going on, the other thing going on. Nope, got to spend time with my girls. Boom. So he's got a good balance of things right there. Not everybody can do that. So my hat's off to him. I think I'd have gone nuts. I would have gone nuts. Okay, Sody Fizz. Yeah. Talking too much. We got about a half hour left. Rob and Charlie will be starting their thingy up. And hopefully having a good time. I'll be going back to bed because I got to get more than 4 hours of sleep at a shot. And get up and do it all over again with the wonderful world of Tupperware. Yeah.
After this, I've got to hop over to Dan Hertz and deal with moderating his premiere this morning.
Hell yeah. You find some good stuff.
Oh yeah, this morning he's agates from Mexico,
Oh
apparently.
yeah. Just be cool up in the house. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, just be cool.
Haven't seen you in forever, brother. Hope things are going well for you. The link is at the top of the chat if you feel like coming up and saying hi. If not, that's cool too. We're just hanging out, rambling on, trying to wake up. We've covered math, computers, graduation, hating people, depression, a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's been a busy morning.
Monetary policy.
And the rising cost of gender reassignment. Oh, no, wait, that's next on our subject list. Yeah. Oh. And I had, what was it, 3 or 4 people yesterday walking up from behind at the Tupperware booth. And they'd be like, "How are you ladies doing today?" And it's like, how can anybody mistake me for a lady?
Right.
You know, and it's like they're not like they're coming, hey, and hi, and I don't get people anymore. You know, it's like I got one nephew who's like afraid to call his girlfriend his girlfriend. It's got to be his partner. It's like, dude, just, kids are numb.
Yeah.
Alrighty, should be
Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
If my computer catches up, there we go. Doing pretty good, brother. How you doing?
Well, doing all right. We're officially living in the RV right now. We're in my grandson's backyard, and it's windy. This thing's rocking and shit.
Yeah.
But I got to take it and get the gas tank filled up because, our generator will run out otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, I know with our motorhome, if I'm ensconced in someplace, I just go, and it's like the 5-gallon gas thing is just too heavy for me.
Yeah, I won't be dealing with that.
So I got a little 3-gallon gas can, and I'll fill that up, pour it in, go back to the gas station, fill it up, pour it in. I'll do this however many times it takes, as opposed to let me close the whole camper up and drive down the road for 1.5 miles to come back and go through the trouble of setting everything back up again. It's like that'll take a whole damn day. So I might as well just make little short runs and keep the generator going. I like boondocking, but
I don't have a whole lot to do to pull the slides in, the jacks up, and go.
Well, at a campsite, then you got to bring in all your outdoor stuff. And
yeah, see, we ain't got none of that. We just got 2 cars sitting out there.
We get the wife and the dog, and of course,
wife's at work. That's why I'm doing it now.
That's always,
I planned this out. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some things are easier without an extra opinion.
Yes. But the 5 cats that we kept, they've adapted pretty good. Only one had the balls to jump up and walk around the dash when I was driving, but that would be the youngest one.
There's got to be at least one rebel in the crowd somewhere.
But yeah, it's all working out so far.
Good deal.
The wife's in a panic constantly. We went... We moved into this on Monday and pulled out from where we were, and we headed down to Illinois for a funeral, and we're flying down the highway in Illinois in amongst all this traffic and holes in the road, and I got a front blowout, and that freaked me out a bit. But
yeah,
but I held on to it and pulled it over, and cop come and said, "Dad, your tire back there?" I don't know. Maybe a piece of it, He says, "You got a jack that can lift this to fix that?" I looked at him. I said, "I can't fix that." He said, well,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? I said, that's where you come in. He said, okay, I'll call someone. And he did, and I paid through the nose, and the guy put my spare tire on. I bought a new tire in the morning. That
Yeah.
costs less than having the tire changed.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about our motorhome is there's no spare tire.
Well, get one.
Where are you gonna put it?
I don't
There's
know.
no-
Ours is mounted up underneath the back end.
There's no place for a spare tire. You know, this is big old dualies and shit on there, and if something goes wrong, well, you're just there until somebody comes along. So, yeah, big trips are. You know, when I drove it around the country there with the nephews, that whole trip was nerve wracking. You know,
Well, I have learned if you're ever traveling through Illinois, north to south, south to north, stay on the west side of the state because the east side is for shit.
I'll probably, where is it I'm going? Illinois or Indiana sometime here in the near future.
Indiana for Freedom Fest.
Yep, you gonna be there?
No, I can't make it. We got our jobs and shit, and
Yeah.
I mean I thought maybe I'd talk the wife into it, but we got a wedding to go to, and we just went to that funeral. So yeah, we got to work as much as we can.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe pulling a little part-time job at one of the dispensaries here and getting me a discount for a while. It's like,
Would
yeah.
they give you a discount, or would they say, no, you get high too much, you can't work?
Oh,
here?
no, they give employees a discount. Some of them have health benefits, but I've got that all covered. But
Well, I
you
need
know,
them
for that extra discount, like hell, I'll work 8 hours a week. Yeah, give me that
You need
extra
yourself some of
25%.
these.
Ooh, what are those?
Blueberry and Northern Lights.
Nice.
Can I have them?
Yeah, ours
That's
don't.
my crop this year.
You'd be surprised. Sometimes you say to somebody, "Can I have it?" and they just give it to you, and it just freaks everybody out, including yourself.
Yeah, I
It-
wish
Well,
it
yeah,
may,
it's one of them
uh,
terms I always throw out there. Can I have it?
It may violate international shipping laws.
I'll tie it to a rock and throw it.
Yeah.
I've got no shortage.
No,
Yeah, the
no.
wife said I could keep my little grow corner back in the corner, and I told her it wasn't going to work out because one of the cats that we kept, he'll eat them and rip them up and use the dirt.
Yeah.
I had my two cats; they were cool with it. One I trained for it, and he seemed to just kind of train the other one, and they're good with it. But
So go to the local hardware store, get yourself some chicken wire, and just fence it off.
Hmm.
Cats can't get to it. You
well,
can still
yeah,
use
but
the
see
chicken wire and get it.
that's two of the cats' safe space. When this thing starts rocking or moving, they want to be able to get in there. That's their safe space. So I won't do that to them.
Maybe grow catnip at the other end of the motorhome. You know?
But what the hell? I'll just have to pay for it until I find somewhere I can put my seeds out and go back in a couple months and harvest it.
Yeah. Oh shit! The people whose house you're staying at must have an attic. Start growing some of them.
Oh, this is my grandson's backyard. He lives with his other grandpa, and his other grandpa is really anti-weed, I guess.
Yeah.
So I keep it in here.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Everybody always trying to spoil somebody else's fun.
It's that reefer mania, you know.
I know Nita's cousin is running for city council, and one of the things he's talking about is marijuana regulations and dispensaries in towns and stuff like this, trying to appeal to the old people. About it's just all evil, and you know, every time I see this guy, every time I see him, he introduces himself to me. And I've known him for 30 years. We hang out on a regular basis. And the guy who doesn't smoke weed at all and doesn't want weed around has a worse memory than I do. because every time I see him, he's like, "Hi, I'm Joe Werman," and it's like, "I'm your cousin-in-law." Remember 3 days ago, I'm the guy who didn't hand you the mashed potatoes at dinner. Me? Yeah. It's like it's not a glowing testament for getting people to want to elect you. You know.
Yeah, at work, I let them all know short-term memory is non-existent with me.
Mm.
Ask me about it in another month, and I'll have an answer for you. But right now, yeah, I don't remember what you told me 10 minutes ago.
It gets me is, my wife is like sniper thinking. She'll start talking about something. I'll be like, "What are we talking about?" And she's like, "With my friend Carol." It was like, when was this? And she's like, "June last year." It was like, June. It's like, I don't remember shit we talked about with people 8 days ago. Never mind June to one of your friends I've met twice.
Good morning, FL Thunder Rob.
She tries to tell me about her friends, and she's got so many friends with the same name. It's like, so I was talking to Terry, and it's like, which Terry? The blonde. Like, which Terry? She's like 36C. Oh, that Terry. Like, blonde. You got to talk to me in terms I understand. Good morning, Rob.
How's it going, Rob?
Mr. Thunder getting ready to do him thing. I know Charlie was on his way getting breakfast for the missus, so he should be there and ready on time, and everybody will be able to jump over there and do a park rat raid and give him those thumbs up and hopefully win you something cool. Yeah. Because winning's always fun.
Excuse me.
There you go.
Oops. Forgot I was on this live. Let that one go.
All very well brought up.
It's all right. Let him fly. Yeah, if there's somebody watching that hasn't burped or farted, come on up on screen. We want to hear you do nothing.
Just a sound check.
It's just make the face but never the sound. Lift the leg and all. Okay, misfire. If silent but violent, no. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely use some chiropractor work. Man, carrying all that stuff around all the time is making me feel old.
So I looked at my phone this morning and it said there's a 80% chance of some snow. I thought, what the hell are you talking about? I'm done with snow. That's it. Yeah, turn the page. We're moving on here.
80%. Screw that. I wouldn't mind a little bit of snow, but
well, see, it's the cold temperature it takes to make that snow. That's what I have a problem with. And then with this wind that's happening, that ain't no fun at all. Grandson wants to go metal detecting. Well, Grandpa Don ain't playing out in that weather. No.
That's it.
I'll throw some coins out in your yard. You go find them.
Yeah, you go and tell me how much fun you had when you get back. I'll be sitting here with some hot cocoa. And Danny boy, tell him Robbie should be joining around tennis, like always. And time for another safety meeting. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do one of them myself as soon as this stuff wraps up. Go ahead and make sure my shorts are set for today. Scott Sharp, Adventures in Prospecting. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Scott Sharp.
Glad to see you here, brother. Hopefully the world's been treating you well. I'm looking forward to seeing him again at Freedom Fest. That'll be awesome. Looks like there's going to be a super good crowd there, and I'm really looking forward to that. Time out in the field. everybody's got a plan and a partner and figured out what they're doing. I'm just going to bring my fold-in sluice, find me a nice little spot, and work away at it.
Good morning, Scott Sharp.
Yeah, so it's been a good morning, man. It was nice seeing Carson pop in here for a little bit. That's unusual. That was super early for him. He was in California, for crying out loud.
Oh, I wonder if he's still up from last night.
I don't know. As much as he works, he's probably one of those guys that gets 3 hours of sleep and he's good for another 24.
Yeah, that ain't me.
You got him a lot of energy, but you got a lot of kids. You got to have a lot of energy. Hobo Rob out in Oregon. I love Oregon. At least I loved it 20 years ago,
Yeah, it used to be a goal of mine to get up into that corner of the country, but not so much anymore.
Yeah. Nice.
Complete opposite. It seems the southeast is where it's at.
Yeah, areas like Oregon and Idaho, and they're great in the summertime, but I don't mind a cold winter like you get in Tennessee, but that Michigan, Idaho, Oregon kind of cold, y'all can keep that.
Yeah, I get that. And it won't go away. Damn it.
You need to.
It is still early in the year, but
wrap the camper in a quilt.
See, then it would be a problem to take it apart to run after gas and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't got nothing outside. I just pull it all in and go.
Hell yeah. How many gallons is your tank?
Got a 75-gallon tank, I think.
Yeah, I got 55 on my rig, and boy, that ain't cheap. That'll eat up a whole paycheck.
Yeah. Well, it's the guy had said, yeah, just run regular gas in it and stuff. I'm not happy with the regular gas in it. I throw the premium in it.
No.
I noticed a big difference on hills.
Yeah, especially, on the long trips. But a lot of times I'll just get the regular gas and add octane booster, I know I have with my Celica only takes the non-ethanol gas,
Yeah, that's my Infinity's like that.
And so
I just run the same in here.
So I've always got to keep the bottle of the Star fluid with me. So if I can't find non-ethanol gas and I've got to put E10 in the car, I add the Star fluid and it destroys the ethanol.
Oh, really?
So that it won't hurt that, it's a 1977 motor. It wasn't made for modern gas.
Right.
So adding the Star fluid is a big help. And I know a lot of people use that for their motorcycles and stuff like that, that don't. I swear you better stop barking. I'm going to get out there and kick you in the butt.
Yeah, we don't have a problem finding a premium around here. I did in Illinois. I stopped at a place, and that's when it suffered on the hills, was after that fill out. They had unleaded and they had diesel. Yeah. And that was it. It was like, well, shit, where's the premium? But I took what I could get and I went, and that's when I really noticed it suffering on the hill. So I said, no, I'll just keep putting the premium in it.
We were in Wyoming. I believe it was Wyoming. And this was like 2018 or 2019. I can't remember, but it was right before the pandemic. And we were there. The cheapest gas we could find was $4.45 a gallon. And it was like, oh, that fill up killed me.
Have a good day, Danny boy. And hello, Buddy Biggs.
Good morning, Buddy Biggs.
Buddy's back. Yay, buddy. And just in time, we're hanging out for a few more minutes. Then we're going to wrap it on up and jump on over to Rob's, hang out with him and Charlie for a little bit. But we'll cut down here in a few minutes, give everybody a chance for a safety netting, a cucka, a pee-pees, a snack, whatever you got to do. Yeah. I'll go and do it myself. Came in and say hello. Well, y'all have a good day, buddy, and hobo, and enjoy yourselves out there.
Have a good day, hobo and buddy.
Take care. All that happy crap.
And all of y'all out there watching. Appreciate you being with me here so early in the morning. Wish I was more energetic for you, but sometimes life just gets you run down. It's
That's a fact.
Oh yeah. Seems like the more you try, the less you gain.
Yeah. But eventually.
Yeah.
Hang in there and eventually.
Have a good one, blistering barnacles.
Yeah. Blistering
Hey,
barnacle.
barnacles, have a great day.
Yeah. Maybe in my next life things will be easier for me.
Don't bet on it.
Well, I've
It all
already
depends
mastered.
on the election to know where the world's going to be when you come back again.
Oh no, I'm just talking about my whole next incarnation. Martin Smythe lurking. Good to see you, brother. You know, I've already mastered the whole looking good, being funny thing. So, you know, now I'd like to move on to mastering the being rich and philanthropic thing. That would suit me. That's on my bucket list, you know. I want to be that guy that says, yeah, I'll pay off your house. Don't worry about it. Yeah. No, really, that's, you know, that would be ideal right there. It's like, what do you mean your car broke down? Here, take this one.
Barnacles, who is Rosanna? What video should she be sharing?
Rosanna is She Digs It UK, and she had a great find of a Matrix, which I guess is a stamp, and went at auction for $67,000.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll pay for any metal detector.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. And she can finally finish getting the rest of that electrolysis on the spot. Just and she's posted a link to that video. If anybody wants to check it out, I will go ahead and unpin mine and whoops, and bang it up now. Don't do that stuff to me. Here we go. I'm trying to pin message. Okay. All right. So we've got the link to her video pinned up at the top of the chat there. If anybody wants to check that out before heading on over to Rob's, give her a big congratulations, thumbs up. Remember to leave comments. Comments are super important. Shut up, dog. I'll be with you in a minute.
Good morning, Mrs. Candu.
Good morning, Miss Scandu.
Good morning, Mrs. Candu.
I hope the world is treating you awesomely. And maybe even a little bit better than that. Oh, yeah. There's gas in here somewhere. Oof. Oh, goodness. Yeah, now he's just going to bark and live it up. Freaking dog. Okay. I'm going to have to go chase the dog down and get her inside. I have appreciated having everybody here. Thank you guys for coming on up and helping me out. Without you, there would be no show. There'd just be me here drooling and blowing my nose, and you know,
We've all seen that before.
all good stuff. So hopefully everybody has a good day. Head on over to Rob's. visit him and Charlie. Leave that thumbs up and comments and tell him Park Rat Pat sent you. I sure would appreciate that. As for me, I'm going to round up the dog, go get me another fresh Sody Fizz, and then I'm going to go back to bed because I'm really, really tired. So,
Well, thanks for getting up this morning, Pat.
I kind of had to. The dog needed to pee anyway. So we'll be good. But y'all stay out there and happy in YouTube land. And we will catch you next week. Same rat time, same rat channel. All right. Peace out.
Have a great day, everybody.
See ya.